Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Now, I actually do believe this is the end of Case 3 here in Game 2. The reason being, the longer I thought about it, I really can't see any way this would go on longer. I'm pretty sure we have every piece of the puzzle. And indeed, I am very confident here as we move into this last little portion of court. Because, according to Franziska, we're about to go into... we're going to press Acro about what happened 6 months ago. To explore possible reasons why he would want to kill Russell Berry. And I feel very confident that I know the whole sequence of events there. So, Acro or Bat, one of the two brothers, they were exchanging pranks with Regina over a course of a long time. Something about keep using pepper to make them sneeze or whatever. And then one day, the prank went wrong, and the pepper was used at just the wrong time when Bat tried to stick his head in the mouth of Leon the lion, and that went very poorly. So, the more I think about it, the more I realize that Acro really... I can't see any possible motive for why he would want to kill Russell, who was like a father to him. Russell had nothing to do with Bat, with what happened to Bat. So, all Russell did was he put down Leon the lion the day after the accident. But that's not something Acro would hate him for. If anything, Acro would also hate Leon as well. No, the person responsible for the accident with the pepper would have to be Regina, wouldn't it? Because she was the one involved with all the pranks, going back and forth. So why would Acro want to kill Russell instead of... Oh, it was to... Wait, was it to make Regina sad that her father died? Yeah, Regina took away someone important to Acro. Well, took away, but Bat's still alive, technically, but... And so Acro's form of revenge would be to take away someone dear to Regina. Right? Oh, whatever. Let's just see where this goes. Okay. I can't believe it! Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is! And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus! Am I that hated? Ahem. Oh, I think that was Maya. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did. Psst, psst, cough. Oh wait, no, there's someone trying to get their attention. But, I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not. Which is kind of the reason why. Ahem! Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Wow, that's cruel. Gumshoe. How dare you? Now, detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you just relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. Oh, God. How about a card trick, detective? Well, if you insist. God damn it, Gumshoe. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Oh, yeah, Francisca confiscated that. How'd Gumshoe get it back? Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Oh look, details on the need-to-know basis. And we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. Didn't Edris say that? That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Wait a second. Gumshoe said that was a message from the prosecutor. He didn't say which prosecutor. Hold up. Hold up. What you playing at, Gumshoe? What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah! Don't scare me like that! It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Oh, Max. December 30th, 2:27 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Time to finish this. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit the crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Gulp. Uh-oh. That sounds like a hint more for the player. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Okay. Hold up. Let me take a look here. Bat scarf. Oh, stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. There you go. There you go. Pepper was put in his scarf so that he would sneeze. Unfortunately, the ultra-sensitive snout of a lion picked that up quite well. Right, okay. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? To get revenge on Regina, mostly. Well, wait, no. It's one thing to want revenge on Regina to make her suffer, but it's absolutely true that killing Russell would make Acro suffer as well, maybe even more so. Hold up. Okay, let's rewind. Let's rewind the chain of events. Okay, Acro killed the ringmaster because the ringmaster saw the note on the bulletin board, which was addressed to the murderer. And that note was stuffed in Regina's pocket because it was written by Acro. And Acro would know that the murderer was Regina, who planted the pepper on the scarf, clearly. So, if Acro gave the note to Regina, and she put it on the board, he didn't want her to put it on the board. No, that was a private note just for her. He didn't know what she would do with it. He didn't think she would be that dumb. No, she wrote the note. He wrote the note to her, calling her a murderer, told her to go to that place. But the wrong person took the message, and Acro couldn't see outside his room. He couldn't see outside his room. We established that. He couldn't see outside his room, so he didn't know who was down there. He just heard the noises and tossed out the bust, and he thought it was Regina. Okay, I might have taken a leap maybe, but I don't... Wait. Yeah, no, I don't see a hole in this. Like, it's kinda... maybe a stretch that he knew Regina would be dumb enough to put it on the board because it was a lost piece of paper or something, but... no. Wow, okay, wait. No, oh god, I don't know how to articulate this quite well. Yeah, Acro couldn't see outside his room. If he didn't look down there, partly to stay hidden, partly so he wouldn't fall out, then he'd have to assume that the person standing down there making the noise in the snow was the person he intended to come to that spot. And it's such a leap that he would expect Regina to deliver the note to Russell. Because Acro liked Russell. He wouldn't want Russell to be hurt. Okay, I'm thinking about this too much. We just need to go. We need to keep going here. Okay. This might be my last dance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. Humph, you're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Oh boy, okay. About the ringmaster. I forgot how low my health is. Okay. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. What do you mean, we?
Hold it!
We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old, and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Very Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! Sniffle, sniffle. No crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about the other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know. He seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. So then, how long have you been a performer? I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age. I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Bear. God damn it! Oh God. I thought the pun well was tapped dry with the Dingling name, but no. Dingleberries. Dingleberries. If you don't know what that is, please look it up, and hopefully you won't see any images, but oh my God. The Flying Dingling Bear. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. Oh, you are truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! 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 No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? If I say I can't provide one, then the case would be lost right then and there, and Max Galactica would be sentenced guilty. But that's the thing. At the same time, I can't prove that Acro would want the Ringmaster dead. Except maybe beginning by touching upon the incident with the bat. So I guess I have to hope that the game is hoping the player hasn't figured out the whole truth here. So I'm going to say, of course I can, with the hope that this will lead into talks about what happened to Bat and Leon the Lion. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no, I can't. Oh, this is gonna be good. Very well. Then please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the Ringmaster. Placed by Acro in Reginald's pocket on morning of crime. Okay, I was about to go right to Bat's profile, but now that I actually took a look at this, I think, yeah. To the murderer, you haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? A conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Yeah. Placed by Acro in Reginald's pocket on morning of crime. No matter what happens, we can pretty much say with certainty that Acro asks someone to go to the very spot where a man was killed. Yeah, outside his room.
Take that!
Let me just go over this one more time. This is why Acro killed the Ringmaster? That is correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of... Oh. Ow. Present something else, yeah. Alright. Bat. His motivation is Bat.
Take that!
What? What? Oh, well, okay. See you in a moment, I guess. What the hell? No! Okay, here we are. Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the Ringmaster dead? Maybe I was overthinking it a bit earlier. I already know, or I'm already guessing that Acro had no reason to want the Ringmaster dead. I can't provide an answer because there isn't an answer to that question. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think. It was obvious from the start. Shut up! Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. Okay, now we're cooking with fire. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Okay, I guess I have to... Wow, okay, this is a weirdly phrased question for what I'm doing here, but I guess it's asking me to point out who he was trying to kill instead. Okay, do I say placed by Acro in Regina's pocket on Morning of Crime here, or do I just go for Regina? I guess I'll go for Regina. Yeah.
Take that!
Regina Barry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Whoa, okay. Wow, so the game really was expecting me to know this by now. Okay.
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
You could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Barry. Yes. Me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Okay. Bat scarf, stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. That has to be it, right?
Take that!
Alright, Mr. Wright. At this point, the only thing that's important is evidence. This better not be a bluff. You're not going to... Ow! You're not going to fool me, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wait, what? What happened? They didn't even react to the... What? God, okay, this is so weird. What does it want from me? Okay, here we go. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Now, I tried Bat's scarf and that failed, so maybe I shouldn't try Bat's profile. Maybe this is where I say, hey, this note addressed to a murder was placed by Acro in Regina's pocket. Oh god.
Take that!
Yeah, it was that simple, huh? I guess I jumped the gun. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Barry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Barry. Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza. Oh my god, I got it right, didn't I? I got it right. Oh my god. Because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish foolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? Incident 6 months ago. I know all about it, yes. Well, I was thinking that we would talk about the incident first and then come round to the motives later. But no, we got to the motives first and now we're talking about the incident. So I guess that threw me for a loop. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron. Wow. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. I can't answer that question. The judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually a bat scarf or the pepper that was in the box.
Take that!
What? This is it? Well, what the fuck? What does the game want from me? I don't want to replay this again. Come on, dude. God damn it. Okay, here we go. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually the small seasoning bottle found within the locked box.
Take that!
Achoo! 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 What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion that you can draw.
Objection!
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Okay, I know the answer to this one. It's Bat.
Take that!
Who is this? That is Acrow's younger brother.
Objection!
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then, what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. Exactly. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think that what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was just an accident. I suppose it was truly an accident. Wait, hold up, wait. It's essential that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix Wright. It's impossible to prove Miss Berry's involvement in a murder attempt, isn't it? Ha! Instigating a lion to attack. Who ever heard of something like that? And to think that the defense claimed this was conclusive evidence. A small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's their connection? Ah! He understood it. What's the matter, Nick? I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. Your Honor, wait. What is it? The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina was responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. bat's scarf stained with its blood and a small quantity of pepper. Okay, this is it, right? This is where we use it, right? Right?
Take that!
Right? That's just a scarf. Oh, thank God I did it. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. I see everyone has failed to grasp the result of that. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a crook. Phrasing! But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Oh, Von Karma sees where this is going, though. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Oh, she got it. Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! I'm having way too much fun doing this, man. You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
Oh, what's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this a joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. So Acro's not going down without a fight, huh? To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Oh. Hello. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you can't mean witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not good enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion? You see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? Oh, you mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust is, the bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Well, why not? Why not request to search Acro's room? I'm not being threatened with a health penalty here. Yeah, why not? I mean, there's no reason to see how things work out first. Yeah, let's take a proactive step. Let's search his room and see if we can find the bust. Alright? Yeah. The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingling. What is it now? It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of von Karma total justice. If you mean? A von Karma never leaves anything to chance. Did she hide it? Oh. They already searched Acro's room yesterday. Oh, what did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Arrgh. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust? Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do. It's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Yeah. Okay, assume that Acro pulled up the bust and brought it back with him into his room. Where could he have put it from there? He needs assistance to go down the stairs. Surely a wheelchair-bound man couldn't go down the stairs in his wheelchair with the bust in his lap. That'd be absurd. So... couldn't have tossed it back out the window. And it's not in his room. I don't see where it could be. It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. Oh, that's not fun, Karma. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Maya? Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? Acrobats, lives on the line. Did he use the rope as like a pendulum to swing it up onto the roof? Is it on the roof? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue. And I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there is no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bus now? Okay. Okay. Somewhere in this courtroom, I think we can immediately rule out because what the hell, that is stupid. That is so stupid. No. Somewhere in the lodging house. Where could it go? Where would it end up? I mean, we never saw it in the big top or the lodging house. What? The shiny... Did they search Money's pile in the search, or... Okay, wait. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with my best guess, which is take the hint from the tightrope thing and say that Acro used the ropes as like a pendulum to swing it up onto the roof. No, that seems so stupid. Could it be in the courtroom? No, why would it be? No one would have bring it in. The big top, though. Okay, rewind. What could Acro reasonably have done with the bust after he used it that night? He lined it back up into his room. Then what? What did he do with it? Did he throw it out the window? Did he... I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, maybe the solution will seem so obvious once I know the answer, but what the hell? Okay, we're going for my stupid roof idea, whatever. There's no doubt in my mind. No, there's a lot of doubt in my mind. The bust is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say. He better not say. In fact, allow me to be even more specific as to its location. You can find it... Ugh! Wasn't there something about Acro's... Wasn't there something about Acro, like... visiting Mo? And the plaza near this... Okay, it can't be near the scene because that was the crime scene. It was the most heavily investigated place. And it can't be in Acro's room because that was searched top to bottom by Gumshoe. So maybe it's Mo's room! Ah! Indeed, it is in Mo's room. That clown? You don't mean... Why would the bust be in Mo's room? That's simple. I couldn't think of any other rooms it could be in. Ow! Oh no. Ned? What about where Ben and Trilla were standing? Maybe she's onto something here. Oh. What? Where Ben and Trilla were standing? What, outside the big top? What? Wait, what? Maya, what did they have to do with anything with the bust? I spent just over 2 hours on this just reading back, okay? God damn it. Ah! Okay. Somewhere in the big top. It must be somewhere in the very big top. It's in the big top? Mr. Wright, where exactly in the big top would we find the bust? I don't know! In the cafeteria, that's where Ben and Trilla were, right? Right? Of course, it is obviously in the cafeteria. The cafeteria. Why would it be there? That's easy enough. It's the messiest place in the entire circus. Spare us the jokes. Did I fail? Damn it! God! Stop! No! I blame you, Maya. That's your fault. God! Okay. Okay, good. Gentlemen, I have something to admit to you. I looked this up. I looked up what the answer to this is. I'll admit it, I did it, I cheated, I looked this up. Because there are 9 possible answers to this question here. I've already looked up 2, and I've spent like 2.5 hours just recording this one video. And you know what? The answer, when I read it, made me extremely angry. It's so stupid! I'm so mad. This is the worst thing that's ever been in a story ever. This is so infinitely stupid. It's so stupid, so if you don't know it, let me just play it out here, okay? We're going to play out here. The bust is actually somewhere in this courtroom, but not only that, the bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust. The bust is currently in the witness stand! God damn it, game! Why would you do this? Who wrote this? Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? What do you mean blanket? Where was the blanket? Was he wearing a blanket this whole time? I didn't notice. I never noticed if he was wearing a blanket, and while I was replaying through this after having read the answer online, his lower body is covered by the podium, so there's no way I could even seen it here. What the fuck, man? What do you mean it was hidden under there? Wouldn't anyone standing behind him see it under his legs, behind the wheels? It's under his legs! Ah! You have a pretty big wheelchair because of it! Even with the podium gone, you can't see his blanket. Where's the blanket? He's not... What? Where did we learn he was wearing a blanket? I thought... And I would also think that the bust is way bigger than that. Okay, the ringmaster's cloak happening to fall upon the bust and be snagged upon it. Yeah, that's stupid, but maybe in some weird way conceivable. But this... This is the worst thing! I hate everything about this! I was really liking this case until this episode. Okay, pull it together, Riley. You got a video to record. You've got me. I've been begged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How do you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my... He had a fireplace in his room? Huh. Threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Where is it even sitting? Like it's resting on his leg, his foot rest. How could it even fit in like the undercarriage? How? Take the blanket off. I want to see how it's sitting under there. And how did no one notice while he was wheeling about to the courtroom? It was huge and shiny. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, couldn't help herself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. And, of course, she means star as in star in the night sky. That she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it. No matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So, are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I can't believe it either. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. I'm not glad. I'm not even relieved. I just want this to be over. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat? Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only, at max, 1,000,000 of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Oh, ah! Yeah, cry your tears. Cry your eyes out. She's been like this for a while now. Oh, ah! It's all my fault! Ah! It's a sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. Yeah. Bleh. God damn it, I already turned my brain off. Stop making me think. You know what? I don't really give a shit anymore, so here, just look at your father's autopsy report. Yeah, keep crying. I don't give a crap about you. Go away. I want this to end. Hurry, please, hurry up. Oh hey, Mo's gonna be the new ringmaster. That's nice. Good for him. I'm glad. I like Mo. Yes, I am reading this. I just really don't care enough to read it out loud anymore, okay? Yes, the circus would be better off without you. You freak. best circus. Whoopee cushions on every seat. Ah, that's funny. I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was a defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. I knew it! I knew it! He's alive! Okay, that's a nice cherry on top. Okay. Are we done? I unlocked a new chapter. I think we're done with this episode. Okay. Okay, I'll close my eyes, listen to what this intro cutscene for Case 4 is, but... Wait. This sounds exactly like the intro to Case 4. Case 3, I mean. With a circus. This is exactly what the intro to Case 3 sounded like, with Max flying over the crowd. What is... Oh no, am I stuck in a Groundhog's Day loop? Do I have to replay that case over and over again? Wait. The Steel Samurai? Okay. That is definitely the Steel Samurai's theme song, without a doubt. Oh my god, it's the Steel Samurai returning? That'd be pretty cool. Interesting. Okay, I'll bet you my last dollar that that's Maya geeking out about the Steel Samurai there. For now though, drop this. No, I don't need to drop a save. I just returned to title screen. Well, that took 3 hours. So, yes, I'm sorry. I am sorry I stopped reading stuff aloud at the end there, but I was just so fed up with this. I am so mad. When you have a game about unwrapping logical puzzles, and then give me a puzzle that isn't logical in the slightest sense, it's upsetting. How could he possibly have kept that under his wheelchair? There's no way it could even fit, much less stay there. It's a shame. It really is a shame. I was liking that case until this last episode. And now I'm pretty sure it's my least favorite now. Just for that last little portion there, that last half court session there at the end, that... Oh my god, Okay, well, we can't talk about that's positive is Edgeworth coming back. So, it seems, from what I can infer from what Gumshoe was hinting at there when he handed over the handkerchief, or the scarf, I mean, that Edgeworth, Franziska, and Gumshoe are all up to some master plan. Probably to teach Phoenix Wright a lesson. And moreover, it seems that Edgeworth was not only keeping tabs on that entire case we were just solving, but he had already solved the entire thing well before Phoenix did, and he wasn't even part of the case. Well, I hope that Edgeworth had enjoyed his vacation after apparently faking his death to fool Phoenix. I wonder what sort of lesson he wants to teach Phoenix. That seems interesting. So, yeah, I think maybe we can count on Edgeworth coming back. Maybe he'll be the prosecutor for the next case? I don't know. I also feel like Franziska hasn't got enough screen time just yet. Wouldn't it be crazy if they tag teamed in or out? You know? They both work together to be prosecutors for the same case? No, that's kind of stupid. But then again, Franziska could whip the judge into following any order she wanted, so who knows? Anywho. I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been a very exhausting session of Phoenix Wright Justice for All. I thank you for watching through all this bullshit I put you through. Hopefully I'll catch you later. Until next time, please take care. Goodbye. I need to go lie down. Not on my back, but on my face. I'm just gonna lay on my face. On my stomach, I'm just gonna not think about anything for a while. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, bye.